Okay, so let's talk about the recent passing of Jackie-O, who passed away during Memorial Day weekend. She was actually getting a mommy makeover by was it a surgeon place in Miami, I think. Is it called Plastic Surgeons, I believe? Allegedly, I'm not too sure, but they saying now that it wasn't the surgery that made her pass away. It was actually the fact that she had high blood pressure during the procedure of her getting the mommy makeover. She actually suffered with high blood pressure during the procedure. And I guess at that point they were not able to stop the procedure because they were in the midst of doing the mommy makeover, so they could not stop what they was doing in order to stabilize her pressure. So what happened was, now they're saying that allegedly when she got off the table, it's a possibility that a blood vessel burst inside of her brain and it caused her to have a brain aneurysm. So what happened was, I believe when she went back to the hotel, it's a possibility that she went to sleep and she did pass away in her sleep. So she did not, it wasn't a procedure that, made her, pass away. And it wasn't a heart failure. It was the blood vessel that burst inside of her brain that caused the brain aneurysm, which is pretty sad because she's really young. She's 32 years old. And even though she did have, her last baby three to 4 months prior to her procedure, you would think that her pressure would be more, in shape due to the fact that she was so young. But what happened was they didn't monitor her vital signs either when she left out, or they possibly didn't even know she was experiencing a blood vessel burst inside the brain. So she did suffer a brain aneurysm. So that probably, being that the procedure was so intensive, it did bring up the pressure to a very probably max level. But what happened was, when your pressure is high, even when you go to the hospital and your pressure could possibly over 180 over 200, the hospital has to keep you overnight until your pressure goes down, or keep you there until the pressure goes down. So maybe the clinic didn't know they had to keep her there and stabilize her pressure until it went down and keep her there overnight. Who knows? That's why it's very important to be careful with doing, mommy makeovers and lipos and BBLs at these clinics, because hospital are able to provide more care for you, especially when it comes down to your pressure. They're able to, maintain and make sure your vital signs are okay before you walk out and discharge you from the hospital. So make sure vanity is not the reason why you're doing these procedures. Love yourself and your body, because you just never know. Sometimes it'll cost you your life to do these kind of procedures. Be careful, ladies. Take care.